Hi guys, welcome back to another fragrance video on this channel and thanks so much for tuning in again. In today's video I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 Zara fragrances by the fashion brand Zara, which you all probably know. And this is not a typical top 10 video because they have released a couple of hundred fragrances for men, and I decided to just pick 10 of them, 10 of the most popular ones. So I'm going to just rank these and tell you what I think of them, and actually 4 of them are not exactly what I like to see in a fragrance. So although they are all very cheap, they are all between $10 and $20, I think the performance is not that great with some of them. So 4 of them actually are not fragrances that I would recommend, but 6 of them are totally, and 3 of them are absolute bangers for the price. And I think that you can really get something out of there for a really, really low price. So first of all, let's start out with the fragrances that I didn't really like. And these are actually some of the most popular fragrances by the brand, which is on one hand Vibrant Leather. So this is an Aventus cologne. If you have probably heard of the fragrance, it's probably because it's an Aventus cologne, and it's actually quite a good cologne. It's quite a fruity fragrance and really quite accurate compared to the original. But one problem I have with this is that although the bottle is actually really nice, and all of these are, so they have really good quality bottles for that price point, the projection and performance isn't that great. So after 2 hours, this scent is essentially gone from my skin, even though it's an eau de parfum concentration. That's like really not good in my opinion. And so is the other one, which is Vibrant Leather Oud. This of course does not contain oud. It smells more like an incensey type of Vibrant Leather, so it's a variation of the original Vibrant Leather with some incense. It has a little bit better performance than the normal Vibrant Leather, but both are not great, so they are on the last 2 places because I think, for me, performance is one of the most important factors when buying perfumes, so these are on the last 2 places. Next up we have Vetiver Pamplemousse, which is actually exactly what you get here. So you get grapefruit and vetiver with a focus on grapefruit. So this is a fruity fresh fragrance with a slightly vetiver woodsy base. And I think it's really great for both sexes, especially during summer. And one problem I also have with this is that the performance isn't that great, so it will be gone after 3 to 4 hours. It's a really light fragrance, and so it is on place number 8 for me. But still, the DNA is really quite good. So if you're looking for a light fragrance to wear during the hotter days of this year, then you might want to check out Vetiver Pamplemousse. Next up, we have one of 2 fragrances of the tobacco collection, which is called Intense Dark Exclusive. First of all, I really enjoy the bottle design. It has something of the Boss bottled fragrances, but in a similar quality for a fraction of the price, so that's really good. The reason why this is also one of the 4 scents that I didn't like as much is that it doesn't really have any tobacco in it, so it's more of a tonka beanish, Swedish type fragrance. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing special, and I think it really could be better, so it is on place number 6. On place number 7, sorry. So on place number 6 we have Zara For Him. So this is also a quite mainstreamish type fragrance. It reminded me a little bit of Versace Eros, but of course also for a fraction of the price. I think, yeah, this is a very nice, sweet and spicy fragrance for autumn or winter. Performance is also good, between 5 and 6 hours. I have to say the one thing I didn't really like is the bottle design, because it's really kind of, it's youthful, a little bit childish almost. So I didn't really like it, but if you don't mind the bottle, this is a good fragrance to wear during autumn or winter. A great fragrance to wear during summer actually is 8.0 by Zara. So this has white mint, melon and watery notes in it, which is the notes that I picked up the most. So this is an aquatic fragrance, kind of goes in the direction of Cool Water by Davidoff a little bit. So it's an aquatic fragrance with a minty and melony touch, kind of a fruity, minty fragrance with an aquatic base. Performance is really good with this one, so between 7 to 8 hours during the highest heat in summer, which we have right now. So this is a really good fragrance to wear during summer. It's really quite refreshing and has kind of a little bit a fresh off the shower scent. So really, really nice. 8.0 by Zara. Next up, we have the second of the tobacco collection, which is called Rich, Warm, Addictive. This is significantly better than the other one in performance as well as the DNA itself, because this has some tobacco vanille vibes by Tom Ford, but at a very, very low price point with an excellent performance of 8 to 9 hours. This actually has tobacco in it with a sweet kind of rounded off vibe to it. So definitely a recommendation to wear during the colder days of the year, if you like tobacco scents, of course. Same thing goes for the bottle design, really clean and sleek and nice to look at. So I can definitely recommend Rich, Warm, Addictive of the tobacco collection by Zara. So next up we will get to the really interesting fragrances, which is the top 3 fragrances of the house. So on place number 3 I've put Warm Black, which is another tobacco scent. So actually they have a tobacco collection. One of the scents in this collection doesn't really contain tobacco, at least to my nose. And then we have another tobacco scent, which is called Warm Black. And this is actually even better than the previous one because it has more of a stronger tobacco vibe and it is not as sweet as Rich, Warm, Addictive, which is really quite nice. So if you like more of a hefty fragrance and more of a stronger fragrance, more of a bold fragrance, then this is definitely something you should check out. It has more of a woodiness to it, I feel. So it's kind of comparable to tobacco oud and maybe a mixture of tobacco oud and tobacco vanille by Tom Ford. Yeah, so that's really kind of the vibe I'm getting here, and it has an excellent performance, as I said, for a really low price. So I think if you are a fan of tobacco fragrances or you're looking for a cheap fragrance to wear during winter or autumn, then this is worth a blind buy or just go to the store and check it out. On place number 2 I've put the exact opposite, which is a fragrance called White Soho. This is more of a pricey fragrance for Zara. I think this went for 20 bucks actually, and it's more of a light woodsy fragrance. It hasn't the best performance, so it's less strong performing than place number 3 and place number 1, but it's still a very good fragrance. So it is a very bright, woody and fresh scent that you can definitely pull off with anything that you wear. So this is a really good everyday fragrance if you don't know what to put on your skin. And I think White Soho is actually one of the best fragrances by Zara with a kind of good performance. So on place number 2, White Soho by Zara. And now we get to the place number 1, which is 9.0 by Zara. So this is an iris fragrance. It's similar to Prada L'Homme, for example, but with a better performance than the Eau de Toilette and with more of an interesting cardamom touch. So it has kind of an oriental touch to it, which I think is really very nice, but it's still focused on iris. So it has that powdery touch to it that I really like about iris. So if you're an iris fan, you should definitely check this out. Also, performance is really very, very good with this one. So it's between 7 and 8 hours, a really good performance for that price point. And with a, mostly cardamom and orris type touch to it. And in the base notes, you get a little bit of cedar, I feel. So a little bit of a woodsy base, but mostly it's orris and cardamom. That's it. So that's all of the Zara fragrances I wanted to show you today. As I said in the beginning, 4 of these I don't really like, mostly because of the performance. I think the bottle quality and the fragrance DNA of all of these is great, but performance is only great with 6 of these. And the first 3 places are definitely ones I recommend you to try. So have you tried any of these fragrances, or do you maybe know other great fragrances by the house of Zara? Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you are new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe. The button is just below this video. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up and I will see you guys next time. So thanks for watching and bye bye.